Okay, everything's set up, looking good. Hi, I'm Shade Raven Black, aka Shade Black Psychotic Gremlin. As a reminder, my content's not for kids, I guess like Sailor. Anyway, welcome! Let's get into Sonic Rumble. And yes, hi Jessica. Hope you're doing well. Man, my brain was... Fuck, I was fucking exhausted yesterday. I probably wasn't talking all that coherently yesterday, but it's okay. I'm feeling physically better. Yeah, it's late, but it is what it is. Oh, what's this? Oh, look at that. Freebies. I like that. I like that when a game company owns up, hey, we had a bug, so we want to say we're sorry, and hey, look, guys, Rusty Rose is back. I know a lot of people like Rusty Rose. I'm not getting her, but I'll show her off. Alright. I guess that's about it. Alright. Let's go to the claw machine. Spidey's. Alright, cool. Alright. Take a look at these. Don't know enough. Nope. Should probably save it. Alright. Let's do Sonic Fire Emblem first. And then we'll do Ring Survival. Alright, 150% chance. Or clear, I mean. Sounds good. Good start. There we go. Yeah, I guess I don't really have all that much to talk about today. Just kind of wanting to do a chill stream. But I think yesterday, God, I was so exhausted. Saw about the 1984 book, but get it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna buy the book and take my time, like, reading it. I've been meaning, like, collect Animal Farm, and I have no mouse, but I must scream books anyway, so. Okay, fine. I'll read through them and give my thoughts whenever I do. No big deal. But, yeah, I do think it's ridiculous that there's some questionable people on the internet that want to take women's rights away. That's concerning. That's why I published like 2 women's rights to votes video. The women's suffrage, the Night of Terror. That's an important event. It's pretty scary, like how much there are people like romanticizing history without seeing the full picture, you know? Like how people think the 1950s was so great. Parts of it, yes. Other parts of it, not so much. Yeesh. But this is what happens. Just like how people were acting like, oh, kids are so bad, it must be them screens. Dude, a lot of my classes I went to as a kid, there were a lot of bad kids. And if that level of technology existed back then, they would have been blaming something back then. Like, maybe video games. And from the horror stories I hear from my mom's childhood, and that was, she's Gen X, so that was back in the 80s and 90s. Whew! No, there will always be bad apples in every generation. Like, hang on a minute. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, but... I'm not... But at the same time, I don't think, you know, giving a tablet to a baby is a good idea. Wanna watch something with your toddler? Put on some Blue's Clues? And then that's it. Just a lot of these parents use kids as props and they don't really relate to them. But, you know, I've said this a lot of times, so. And I think these kids are a lot smarter than, you know, a lot of these parents think. Just hope they grow up to be kinder and not worse. I mean, that's why I like the horror families the most, and the healthy gamer families, because they truly get it. Whoops! But I've actually been thinking about maybe saving up my money to get Alien Isolation, because I heard that the second one's coming out. So I need to play the first one. But I should probably make some time to play Godzilla Minus One for you, because I know you like that. And you like Five Nights at Freddy's, so maybe I'll try to get the first Five Nights at Freddy's. Just, I'm busy, trying to get some fucking research material. But I'm pretty sure I got just about enough. But you know, good news is I got some shit coming out from Amazon from farming on multiple fucking phones. Yeah, I used to gift card fucking bullshit. I just watch distractible podcasts while I'm doing it, because that shit's boring. And I like Markiplier, I like his friends, so... Yeah, of course, anyone sees a kid doing that, they're like, oh my god, it's a tape changer, it's fucked. Dude. No. It all depends on what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if your kid wants to earn some money and, get something, talk with them. I mean, you could take a page from Michael Jackson's parenting. He got his kids to read books to earn stuff. I don't see that as a bad thing. Quizzed him on it, too. He has some good kids. I wonder what Michael Jackson would think of today's world if he were still alive. Man, the shit he could do with all this technology we have, it would have been amazing. But, you know, I should be able to get the cords I need for my portable hard drives for my Wii acting. Apparently they need a Y cable, since both of the Wii's are not strong enough to power a portable hard drive. And the most they can power up is a 2 terabyte hard drive. Now, they're still fantastic pieces of hardware, and I think the Wii U is underrated. Like, when you mod that thing, you can do a lot with it. But I just think the Wii U came out, it didn't cook enough. Like, if it cooked more, we would have had to Switch sooner. Or had a better version of the Switch, but... It is what it is. But, you know, I plan on, like, whenever I get those fully set up, yeah, I'm playing a combination of ROMs and disc games, but I'm also going to be showing some homebrew games. Homebrew is when you make a game at home, you know, for a game console. Like for the Sega Dreamcast, or the Sega Saturn. There's a homebrew community with those two groups. It's pretty chill. I have a Sega Saturn over there, and I wouldn't mind showing some homebrew games. Be pretty cool. But yeah, I just wish like more parents and adults remembered like the internet during the 2000s and 2010s. The good in it. And maybe just try to get it to go through like a bit of a renaissance. I mean, if kids got into like making homebrew games, or I mean, look at all the Sonic fan games. Those are amazing. But I miss like when Instagram was for the artists and not for a bunch of garbage. That makes sense. It's but, you know, I finally got enough research material from there, so... God, I am so tired of seeing posts. Oh, this is why kids shouldn't play video games. Oh, this is why kids should play video games. Well, which is it? Something tells me you're lying about both. That you just want the views, huh? It's, jeez. But, you know, that's about it. If I think of anything else to talk about that has some value to it, I'll say something. If anything, I will add that I'm not worried about the kids on devices. I'm worried about the mentally ill adults. Like, it's just being addicted to vanity at the end of the day, and attention. It's like they never got out of high school. That I'm worried about. Like, Jesus Christ. The more I think about it, I think a lot of them were the millennials that were never into subcultures. Like, yeah, I used to hate the emos, but then, you know, I sat down and thought about it. It was really the preppy kids that called me emo and acted like I was cutting myself, but I never did. So my anger was displaced. Or misplaced, I want to say. Sorry, I'm tired. So, yeah, apologies. But yeah, it's usually the overprivileged kids that are kind of mean. That were never taught, you know, manners. And when I say manners, I don't mean like holding the salad fork. I mean to be nice. Just, you know, be nice. Genuine. Not fake as hell. Not... yeah, but it's super weird. And yeah, I'm sure I have, ran into kids that were abused at home and just didn't know how to, you know, regulate themselves, because you know that happens. But yeah, I think like a lot of those were bad kids, or the kids that peaked at high school that became these mentally ill adults, basically Boomer 2.0. George Carlin. He made fun of the boomers. He said that they were given everything. They had sex, drugs, rock and roll. Age of the Beatles, by the way. Not heavy metal. And then they realized they were getting older, and they didn't want the kids to have any of that. And they're still complaining. Millennials are the bad ones, are becoming Boomer 2.0. We had the internet, we had the golden age of gaming. And now, they don't want the kids to have any of that because they want screen time or no technology for them while they just doom scroll on devices, not teaching them how to use the technology at all. Or acting like it's such a bad drug. And if they stay up late playing a video game, they'll be like, oh, it's your dopamine, it hacks your dopamine, you're addicted. It's not that you're having fun. This is how they get you. Therefore, we're gonna take it away for a couple months and you're gonna go through a dopamine detox. That's stupid. Like, these future generations are paying for the bad parents. Shove a screen to a baby's face during COVID, during the fucking pandemic. And they're just giving... how to phrase this. They have too much time being like narcissists on social media, and they're hell-bent on getting attention for everybody. It's... no, that's not okay. I think there should be kid-safe places in both the internet and the real world. Period. Club Penguin, Neopets. It doesn't have to be those things, but those were examples of what we had. They just need something better that works for them. My mom meant well, but she did try doing the screen time thing with my sister, and next thing I knew, she was barely on technology and just went out and... let's just say one day she was brought home by the sheriff after falling to the wrong crowd. She's good now, she's good now, she's a decent person. She was just... what happens when lack of communication does. Like I said, my mom meant well, she did. It's just... you just make mistakes as a parent, you know? Yeah, my mom's a good parent, I promise. If she knew now what she knew back then, she would have done things differently. But done is done. But yeah, she has 2 jobs and she actually wants to go into trade school. So I think she's just trying to work on some things right now, just trying to make sure she has everything she needs to do to be able to be self-efficient, which, you know, that's good. You know, it makes me think like how accurate these so-called Gen Z post about how unintelligent they are, and it's just negative stuff about them, and I think that's asinine, because that's the same shit the boomers said about millennials. It's asinine. Like, you're gonna prop yourselves up instead of helping these kids? A lot of you guys raised these kids, it's your fault. Like, why are you patting yourselves on the back for raising a disaster in your head? I don't get it. Make it make sense. But yeah, I think they'll be okay. Because eventually what's gonna happen is, and this is a generational trend. Oh, good night, Jessica. Is that when the Gen Z gets like old enough, like I want to say maybe in their late 20s or 30s, it's gonna switch to, some of them it's gonna shit on betas. Or alphas, the fuck's the next generation? I think it's beta, but... And then when the betas get old enough, they're gonna shit on alphas. And the cycle will continue. It's just how it is. Unless we have another Gen X situation, because yeah, nobody fucks with Gen X. Because if you're gonna fuck with Gen X, you're gonna look like a fool. Those guys are tired and they're self-efficient as fuck. Yeah, they're just exhausted. Let them be. The boomers shat on a good portion of them for getting into rock and roll. Well, yeah, they made the 90s era. 90s and 80s, I want to say. Those were great decades. So were the 2000s, but I think we'll eventually go through a bit of a renaissance. It's just gonna take some time. And yeah, I was mostly an indoor kid, but that's okay. I had a blast with my PS2. And what kind of this addiction BS? Like, where's their anxiety coming from? Like, what about the device is the kid getting anxious of? Fear of missing out? Not getting enough attention from their friends? Feeling rejected? People pleasing? I don't think taking a phone will solve any of that. Like maybe talking to them and teaching them how to set healthy boundaries with their friends is a good first step. And if they're a toxic friend, block them. That's it. Just block them. You know, I'm all for, people having the best of both the internet world and outside. Absolutely, but we gotta make it safe in both worlds. Have their safe places. And usually, it's like, oh, addiction. Oh, pedophiles. Pedophiles were an issue. Like, Well, why isn't everyone making committing pedophilia scary? Like, come on, why isn't there a death sentence for it? That's what should happen. Death fucking sentence. Or you could send them over to Nigeria to dig up the lithium mines and the copper mines that children are digging in. Yeah, that's where a lot of our technology comes from. Those fucking materials. So when you're thinking about preaching, you know, high and mighty about being green, or about only buying stuff from ethical places, think about that when you're holding your smartphone. Yeah, we're all guilty, unfortunately. This is how it is. But, yeah, like, if the world can agree to send those fucking assholes to those mines, punishment, and just fucking stay there, maybe make them into eunuchs, I would vote for that. First of all, those kids in that fucking country deserves the best opportunity they can have. Second, pedophile, rapist. Yeah, you're just, yeah, bye. No ifs or buts. Good, yeah, that's what I would fucking do if I were ever fucking president. If I had that much power. Sometimes you get sick of that shit. Well, not sometimes, like all the time, but it's just, ugh. You want to talk about women ruining the countries or the world? How about you turn into morons? There are stupid men out there too. That's something you guys need to realize. If anything, you just need to make it to where if you're not politically aware, don't know enough about your country's history, you know, like shit like that. Like, it's a good start. We could add from there to fucking, you know, filter out the dummies that don't need to vote. I'm sure you guys have some better ideas, but I certainly wouldn't make it gender-based. If you can't think outside of emotion, like, try to think things a little more logically, you learn how to emotionally regulate before you vote, please. Like, I get it, you know? If you're like messed up for a while from traumatic events, some time to heal, go to a therapist, work things out, and train yourself to emotionally regulate. Work with a therapist for that. Things logically. It's a good start. And go from there. Advice to both men and women. Try not to let your own biases get in the way. I mean, we are all guilty of it. All you can do is just try your best. And check yourself. Excuse me. You know what's one blue things about my sister? She knows how to drive, and a lot of people are saying that Gen Z refused to drive. Not her. Noise. But honestly, you know, I did find out something interesting. I just never bothered to look it up until earlier today. Or yesterday, I want to say. Apparently the microgeneration between Millennial and Gen Z is Zillennial. Like, I knew Zillennial with an X was between Gen X and Millennial. Apparently it's Zillennial with a Z, so I guess I'm Zillennial. Cool. I actually do wonder. I noticed they have their own little victories. I think I'm gonna start, like, removing them. I don't know for all characters, though. Oh, my bad. I'm mainly removing them for special characters. God, look at his eyes. It's like the eyes that stare into your soul. So blurry. He painted those on there because he didn't want you to know that he has no eyes. I see mistakes were made, but it's okay. Because now I know that they have their own thing. I'm not gonna do it for all of them. Penguin. All right. Man, soon we'll be able to get a Pixel Rouge. It may take a couple days though. Alright, let's check this out. That would be pretty cool. If they were ever to revisit the storybook shit, and maybe have Shadow as the main character for the, like, playing as a knight or something, that'd be pretty cool. Or just have a Knight Shadow game or something. I don't know, it's just pulling shit out of my ass. I wouldn't know exactly what to do. Actually, I do. What if they put that skin in Dark Souls? In Elden Ring? Modders? If you guys could do it, I'll save up and get it for Steam. Make it happen. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get off. Thank you so much for watching my stream/videos. I appreciate it. If there's any games you want me to play, any drawings you want me to draw in a future drawing stream, let me know down in the comments below. And please remember to be the best versions of yourselves and respect one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video.